morning to people. Good morning, subscribers. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? It is March 1st, and this is your daily message. How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? We got 0 people in the room, 0 likes. It's perfect. 0 point. Restart, refresh. Very much so a theme. It's March 1st. Starting over new. What are we doing this month? You know, focusing on those goals, focusing on those visions, focusing on what's next. Guys, there's a lot clearing right now. There's a lot going on. The stuff that we are shifting right now, it's a very fine-tooth comb refinement right now. It's just going through and digging out all the little things, all the little nooks and crannies, going deeper than we've ever gone before, refining, for myself too, because of the amount of work that's been going into this awakening and the ascension process, is it's really time to give up a lot of different themes in our lives and a lot of different stories. And the depth of the story can be felt. Good morning, Betty. The depth of the story can be felt, and how much we cannot play in some of these stories anymore is so apparent and so obvious for ourselves, Yesterday was a really deep day. It was a really deep day. It was a deep dive, and it was a really big detachment day. So of course, Moon was in Aquarius, which is that emotional detachment. But with paired with all this Piscean intuitive energy, it was a deep knowing of what we need to detach from. Storylines, letting go of people, making space for the renewal, right? For the new version of us to show up. And a part of that is that that really taking that time to be with self and to process, right? We're letting go at greater and greater levels. We're letting go at such great levels right now, myself included. And the thing is that as we're going through our purge, guys, as we're going through this really deep cleanup and deep cleanse, is being mindful that we don't have to stay in those lower carbon based style realities, and we can shift them out consciously by observing them, doing what we can to let go of them, and then gifting ourselves the opportunity to come back to a place of wholeness and oneness and fun, right? Just because you are going through a grieving process, or just because you are detaching at a really deep emotional level, doesn't mean that you can't take time to go out and have a little fun or listen to some music or treat yourself, right? You don't have to stay in those trajectories, right? You don't have to stay in those trajectories. But there is a lot of that really deep, I call it carbon-based. It's the carbon-based stuff is clearing. It's the lower floors. It's the lower 3, lower 4, right? All that stuff coming up to purge and to shift out. And as a result too, right now, it's really gifting ourselves the opportunity to integrate. But also gifting ourselves the opportunity to allow new to show up for ourselves, right? So today, Moon's going into Pisces. So let's see how this goes. Who's ready for all of this Pisces energy? It's gonna be fun. I think it's today. It said today on time passages 1:53 p.m. Moon goes into Pisces. So we will see how this day unravels. But guys, it's March. There's a lot that's going to come up through March. If you've ever been aware of the Ides of March, that stuff is going to start to come up. We've got a big month of adjustments ahead, guys. And it really is about fine-tuning and relinquishing the old, myself included. Forgive me, because it's still a little emotional, it's still a little raw, it's still a little deep, but it's okay. It's okay to be there. I want to talk about too, there's a few of us that are, Sherry had brought this up last night in her live stream. Sherry, if you check out Sherry Bosch's channel, she did a clearing exercise last night. And it was really deep creation separation. And I don't know how many of you are feeling this, but I've been feeling it too. Clearing out a lot of the experiment, and separation from creation. which has been a very, very deep wound, very, very deep wound, as we're getting cracked open right now, right? In awareness. There's a lot of people who are spontaneously awakening right now that are getting their big glow ups and their big purges, and they're like, what do I do with all this information, right? It really has created a level of vulnerability for ourselves and a lot of awareness on what we need to let go of and what we need to transform in our lives and what we need to do to begin processing things in a new way, and also inviting in the hope and the freedom through this, that transitions and the shifts will be smooth, soft, kind, gentle, and will be easy on ourselves, right? Because there is, with what came through with 222, with what's been coming through the gateways, what's been going on with the the sun codes, everything, what it's igniting right now, it's a big time of processing, at least for myself and for many others, and a lot of deep time of feeling, right? The emotions can feel overwhelming, right? But we have to just keep going deeper into it and being okay with the process just as it is. Because there's a lot of people that prophesize and there's a lot of people that could witness timelines, right? But when it comes to refining, retuning, awakening, and also expanding into the new opportunities that are coming up, we really don't know what tomorrow brings. And it really can gift us the opportunity to exist in the quantum present, right? So the quantum present, gifting yourselves that opportunity to just have every day being a fresh slate, every day being a refresher. And when you're at this 0 point of pure potential in your own reality, gifting yourselves the opportunity to open up pathways to be able to receive whatever it is that you need to receive on your journey. We can't hold on anymore. We just can't. There's no room for attachment or for holding on. And especially with the level of light that we hold, especially with how much processing we've gone, it's like your universe within you knows. Your universe within you knows, and we have to just keep letting go and keep shifting the story, keep rearranging our life path until it feels right. It's building the recipe for success for you. Okay. The recipe of success doesn't necessarily mean, once again, it's not all business related. It's about what feels good for you, right? What is gifting you hope? What's gifting you passion? What's giving you the courage to lift off and to keep moving on, right? Like, regardless of what's going on in your life, whatever you got to let go of, how can you keep moving forward and recognize that, A, you're a resilient being in a body. 2, you're an emotional being in a body. So gift yourself the opportunity to feel it all. But also that you are pure love. Regardless of what you might perceive, regardless of what you did in another lifetime, regardless of what you did in this lifetime, you are pure love. It's about how we access that potential within ourselves and we expand it through the form and we awaken that within others. Right? So, of course, our unloving stuff is going to come to the surface. Of course, our fear, our pain, our torment will come to the surface. Mine has been too. It's been really deep. It's been deep. It's been really deep. But right now, it's because we are transitioning into a new cycle. We're transitioning into new earth trajectories. We're transitioning into new pathways, right? And so we're gifting ourselves the opportunity to dissolve and resolve at deeper and deeper levels. And as we shed these levels and layers, what are we awakening? The newness within us. We're awakening things like the Christ child. We're awakening cosmic consciousness. We're awakening our galactic selves. We're awakening X, Y, or Z. You insert what it is. We're coming online at greater and greater levels. We just have to keep letting go, right? So there's been a lot of grieving. There's been a lot of really deep pain and a lot of really, all the deepest wounds that separate us from creation have been coming up. And the purges for myself have been really intense, body shaking, almost violent, as it's coming up to the surface, because the collective is also ready to shed these things, right? We don't have to fear ourselves as light, and we don't have to fear one another as light. What we can do is offer ourselves an opportunity to find a sustainable way to get along with ourselves and to get along with one another, right? And to end and to dissolve certain storylines and really putting in the effort to really find out who we are at a deep intrinsic level and to share that with the world, however we choose to, right? However we choose to. A lot of breaking free from war narrative. That was my theme yesterday. I was like, you know what, anywhere that I'm still playing in war or anywhere that others are, I have to let go. And I had to click unsubscribe from that whole narrative, and I saw the importance of it and I had to feel it. which means that temporarily people have to leave my space that are engaging in that, so I can find what true peace and true beauty is within, especially in regards to power, right? The thing is that there's been so many power struggles and power dynamics, right? That to step into your authentic power, to step into your purified power, it's different. And a lot of that is for us is having to end all of the subjugation, all the control with power, all of our belief systems with power. And also too is how to be the power of love, which is another experience, right? And holding that and not having to engage with any of these things, right? Not having to engage with war, not having to engage with the troubles, right? So just really, really deep unplugging, really deep detaching. But why? Because we're glowing up. We're upgrading. We're flipping the script. We're shifting the narrative. We're coming into newness. We're coming into newness. We are rising up. And the thing is Gaia is elevating at deeper and deeper levels, right? And even last night, like it was very interesting how much Gaia is expressing herself to us right now, and how much she is sharing and how much she is holding us if we choose to allow her to let us support, right? If we choose to allow her to support us, right? We choose to allow her to support us. And so as a result, there is another levels of vulnerability, right? There's another levels of freedom that are coming in. We are going through a massive purge right now and a massive shift. Right? So if you've been unplugging, if you've been feeling this, if it's been emotional, if you've been letting go of people, creating space, newness is arriving, guys. Newness is arriving. Yeah, and if you want, type in the chat. Let me know how you're feeling. Just wanted to see how everyone's doing. I've made the choice to show up every morning, regardless of how what's going on in my life and how I feel. It's just to show up. Is to show up and just say hi and say I'm here. If there's nothing, really grand and amazing going on, still being able to share. Be like, yeah, you know what, it sucks, but we can still show up. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning. Yeah, it's been quite a purge. Last night was a big purge, big awakening. Having to spend a lot of time processing, right? But here's the thing that was brought up to me. It's about the Hermit card. Make sure that if you are going within to take care of yourself, that you are gifting yourself the opportunity to step away to find self, and you're not stepping away from fear. We have to really be mindful of why we are playing into certain patterns and why we are making certain choices in our own lives, right? So myself included, if I'm going hermit and I'm detaching from people, why? Asking that question, right? Because the thing is as we're going through this, sifting through the garbage and refining and retuning and redirecting our attention, right? And all these things, especially when our direction and attention is going inward, we really have to be mindful within our own lives and our own life streams, our own reality streams. Why is it that we are making these decisions as well? Because we don't want to respond to fear. We don't want to negate what our needs are, but we also don't want to respond to the program, right? So it's like, it's really right now our discernment is up, and it can feel a little tricky to navigate at times, right? Because you're like, I've got this feeling. Why do I have this feeling, right? At some point, we just got to let everything go and just gift ourselves whatever we need to be able to transition into shift, right? But myself included, because I've been choosing the hermit energy from everyone to just kind of step away, go with it. I mean, right now I'm not. I come in here and I chat, but throughout the rest of the day, if I'm unplugging, why am I unplugging? Why am I detaching? Right? Why am I letting go at deeper levels? Am I playing into self-sabotage? Right? Am I stepping into self-love? Am I trying to get attention? Right? What is it? Right? Because right now the realities that are being anchored, at least for myself and many others, there's a lot that can't go with us into those new pathways. And we're looking at belief systems. We're not looking at people necessarily. We're looking at belief systems. And so we will see and we will know everything we need to let go of in every now moment, and it can be felt at deeper and deeper levels. And as a result, there's a lot of that, man, I just want to give up. I just want to give up, right? Like throwing up the hands, surrender. I'm done with this. This is too hard. Those have been some of the themes that have been coming up. They've been coming up in the collective too. Suicidal ideation has been a big one too, guys. And I'm not trying to bring this in anyone's life, but if you've been feeling that, I want to say I love you. Reach out to someone for support. Because those feelings have been coming in. That's a part of that's Pluto though. That's Pluto coming in and coming in like a wrecking ball and shaking us up right now. But the other thing too is that we are going through a transformation process. We're going through a transformation process, right? And so I've been hearing this for other people, where a lot of other people too were going through this don't want to be here, don't know what to do, feeling stuck, feeling like it's just way too much to shift through, way too much to pulse through, right? Slow and steady wins the race, right? Young grasshopper, slow and steady wins the race. You know, we do things one at a time, one thing at a time, slow and steady, right? If things feel very complicated, return to simplicity. Okay. When in doubt, return to simplicity, return to the breath. Treat yourself with kindness. We're all repairing at some level, right? We're writing in whole new stories for ourselves. We're templating new structures right now. Because so if you are a blueprinter or a templater, you're a pioneer or a way shower, right? And it doesn't mean that you're on YouTube as a way shower, right? I mean, like, you are the one that's blazing your own trail in your own community, or you're in your own family. It's all new. And as a result, a lot of the times with creation codes and creation awareness, we're just making it up as we go, right? There is a part of us consciously creating with the universe, but there's a lot of conscious creation that's like, well, I'm just going to put this here and let's just see how it happens, right? It's kind of like planting a garden, right? You plant the seeds, you water, and then you pray for rain. You're just like, let's just drop that there, and let's just do that, and let's hope it works out, right? And as a result, right, like, we will know what's for us because the harvest will be golden. We'll feel it, right? But either way, we are in a process of transition. We're in a process of birthing ourselves, right? And we're in the process of going through this renewal. Last night, a part of me died. Yesterday, a part of me died. And I could feel it. Like, I was like, oh, crap. Like, there's a part of me that's dying right now. It's decaying from deep within, and it can't hold on anymore, right? So those versions of you, that versions of self, especially if you've been stuck in like an age range, especially if you've been working through certain polarity, or it's been really hard getting off certain themes in your life, like, those themes are transitioning out of our life right now. And it's really uncomfortable, and it could be really and disruptive. And this is why we have to just relax and let it be, right? But feel what you got to feel. Feel what you got to feel. Ultimately, feel what you got to feel. So, and that was that Aquarian energy. It was just like emotionally detached, let go, right? But then also like really tuning deeper within, right? Because we're looking at that freedom code, right? We're looking at the freedom code. We're looking at a lot of that, blazing a new pathway, creating all new, and really restructuring our lives into a place of whole soul, right? Into a place of wholeness, into a place of oneness, and a place of, for some people, that sacredness, right? Really important for that sacredness to be coming through. And yeah, shedding a lot of density, especially in the collective. But how are you guys doing? If you're here, I would like for you to share in the comments, if you feel guided to, how you're feeling. What's going on with you? What's happening for you? We're not going to be reading tarot cards today. My universe said, do not pick up that freaking deck. I went, okay. All right. I'm going to trust, right? As much as I love reading tarot cards, they're saying, nope, do not pick up those cards today. All right. I trust. We'll just show up. We'll drink some coffee. We'll support. We'll say hi, and keep it at that. So how's everyone feeling? What's been going on with you guys? Oh, purging here. Oh, Kiki, yeah, staying home with your son and his sniffles today. Yeah, it's really just taking time out to take care of ourselves. Yeah, shedding layers. Yeah, a lot's been going on. And it's really good to reflect right now on what are those things that you want in your reality, right? Because here's the thing, we're discarding so many different layers. By the way, I did get donuts yesterday, and that's actually an unconscious purchase. So Kiki, great, because I went to the grocery store yesterday and I did get donuts, but I forgot about the donut portal. So the donut portal worked. I did get donuts. I did get coffee. I had my Homer Simpson day, and I'm paying for it today. But back to this is, guys, when we are discarding and seeing everything we don't want, let's also make sure that we are keeping a highlighted focus on the things that we do want to see in our reality, okay? Because you are a conscious creator, right? So what we want to do is we want to observe what's going on, observe the wounding, right? Observe the programming, observe whatever is shifting, let it go, and then keep the focus on the things you want to see in your life, right? Because the thing is that even as we are going through this process of of shifting and transitioning. Like, imagine that you've got two different ways to see the world. You've got more than that, right? But this is just for the sake of example. Like, think of a coin. You can look at the head side or the tail side, right? Is that as you're going through the discarding and the removal of things from your trajectory, make sure you're also focusing on the things that are worthy of your attention, and focus on the things that you want to see in your life, right? Because if we keep highlighting and focusing on everything we don't want, what are we going to get? Right? We don't want to amplify that focus there. We want to shift accordingly, observe it, witness it, shift out the pattern. Once the pattern is done, reconnect back to the soul self, right? Reconnect back to the eternal you, and shift the focus on the things that you want to see in your life, right? The reason things are being discarded right now, of course, is because the things you want are arriving. You're creating space. Even if it feels like it's a quote unquote punishment, the universe knows the miracles, right? There's a plan. There's a plan, and we all have to trust that plan. And everywhere we don't trust the plan, let's bring that up and forward to belch out and to purge, right? Good morning, Game Crusher. And so that's been a key theme, is that we do also have to focus on the things that we do want to see, right? Because we're upgrading our skill sets, we're upgrading our abilities, right? And as we're going through the human purge and the collective purge, we also want to be very mindful that we still have gifts, skills, and abilities, and things that are worthy of us, and things that are worth us at a really deep intrinsic level that we can keep calling forward, right? So the thing is it's let's keep that highlighted focus for ourselves today. What is it that I want to imagine into creation? What is it that I'm speaking into creation, right? What is the magic that I hold and embody, but what is the magic I want to see within my own reality? Okay. What is the miracle of this present moment, right? What is the gift of this present moment? If I'm going through this and I'm embodying wisdom from the lessons that I am currently shifting out of and integrating, right? What is my wisdom? What is my nugget of gold, right? Take back your power, take back your energy from those places too, right? Take back your soul gifts, right? Do that. Be very mindful of doing those things, calling them all back in, bringing them in, aligning them, integrating them, going, whew, glad that one's done. Shift out, upgrade, realign, right? We can keep it as simple as that, right? We don't have to make it as complex, right? But it is a process. It is a process. Yeah, I just heard this, denying ourselves happiness. This has been a big one, guys. So if you feel comfortable going into the lower 3 and lower 4, right, I invite you to start feeling uncomfortable stepping up into Jacob's ladder and going up into 5, 6, 7, 8, and creating that new routine, right? Because, I have this tendency too, when I pull away, where it's like, we can go back into the cave, we can go back into the darkness, we can go back into the shadow. And it's like, no, like, what part of you keeps anchoring yourself into that lower illusion? Why can't you feel uncomfortable in the newness of brilliance and the newness of love and the newness of light? Why aren't you welcoming that in, right? Because that's the thing, is like, as we're anchoring in the higher dimensional realms, as we're bringing in the light codes, as we're shifting out the density, there might be a propensity for some of us to go into the lower floors, right? You don't have to go into the lower floors if you don't want to, unless you got to clean up, right? If you got to go down there and do your gardener work and go clean up those lower floors out of your life, do it, right? But you can also start to transition yourself and shift yourself in a new way where you can feel uncomfortable within the love, right? You can feel safe within the home of beauty and that of excellence. And for some of us, it feels really uncomfortable. It's like, oh, this is really new, right? This is really new. But we're all rising up right now. We are that phoenix. We are that phoenix rising up. We are that phoenix rising up. Let's check the chat. Yeah, you do deserve a joyful, abundant life. Yes, you do. Very much so, Kiki. Very much so. Magically manifesting, it's a little scary sometimes. Yeah, so even myself, okay, guys, creation abilities. Last night, this dawned on me, which is such a normal, it's just silly. You created this entire scenario, and I'm like, what? I'm fucked up as a creator. I'm pretty messed up. Why am I creating this? Right? I have to laugh. Like, why am I creating this? Because it's nothing to laugh about, but it's like, why am I creating this? Well, now that gives me an opportunity to start showing up differently and to consciously create in a different way, right? Observe those patterns, shift them out, let them go, right? So anywhere that we're separating ourselves from others, or we're unifying, or we're detaching, or we're disregarding, or we're clearing, we're creating that, right? And it was really interesting because it kind of dawned on me as a, oh, I'm creating this right now. which means that for some reason I needed that experience in my life, right? So I'm no longer a victim to experience, but sometimes it could take a moment to get there, right? And some of these things that we're creating are not so fun, right? But yeah, we just got to keep shifting at deeper and deeper levels. So guys, this is going to be, this is a big week. I can tell this is a big week. I can tell March is going to be a big month. My universe has given me some dates to highlight as really, really, really important for March. March is a very important month. I don't know exactly everything, but I'm just trusting. I'm trusting the alignment. I'm trusting that if my universe is having me do all this stuff right now in my own life, that it's creating space for something really freaking cool and really powerful. There's been so much connection to March coming from me. There was a lot of focus with 222. There's a lot of focus with the builder codes of February, but my universe very much so was like highlighting March. So it's really important for us, to make sure that we are staying kind, we're staying soft, we're staying gentle with ourselves through this process and transition. Normal things that Corey would say. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And just, note, right, that this is a really, we're in acceleration cycles. Some of us are retemplating, restructuring. We're being gifted new knowledge, new insight, new gifts. I'm not going to go into dream time because I don't really remember dream time, but dream time is really interesting. Waking up in the morning has it's been gnarly. And we're working together right now. We're working together right now to come into a place of oneness, a place of unity, a place of freedom, especially if you are feeling the separation right now, is that the newness is on the way, right? We're just transitioning out a lot of old cycles. Okay. We're just transitioning a lot of old cycles right now. So let me check this. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Sherry. Shifting. Yep. Morning, Deb. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. So, here's the thing, guys. Do not fear creation. Do not fear your creation, right? Don't fear your creation. But learn to remember that there's really like a healthy level of respect that I'm having for creation, the story of creation, and what it takes to be a conscious creator. So it really is, it's a lot, but we're remembering how to do that. That's a part of that separation wound from creation, is us being able to really fully know and stand in our power of knowing that, yeah, I have the conscious choice to write in a new story, to write in a new narrative in every now moment, but also to allow myself to witness the magic of my own experience just as it is, right? And it's like, there was a while ago I wrote a declaration where it was talking about the folly of creation and that the joke's on me because I forgot who I am. Right, and that's like the lightness of some of the experience. Sometimes some of it's really deep, especially as we're untangling all this stuff, right? So so just note that right now, yep, there's a lot going on. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna keep going in because I don't want to keep playing in it, right? I don't want to keep playing it. There's a lot going on. We all have a lot going on, and we're shifting it. We're choosing love, and we're choosing happiness. Okay, we're choosing happiness. So no card reading today. The universe said stay away from cards today. I'm going to honor that. But just wanted to hop in and send some love, send some support, and talk about a little bit what's going on. Maybe other people are having a similar experience and can relate. Either way, keep supporting yourself, keep supporting one another, right? Tuesdays with Corey will be on tonight. We'll be going live at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you want to come join us over on Patreon, you can. Patreon.com/Founders of Light. Just focusing on renewal, focusing on staying, really kind, soft, and loving, and feeling abundant and feeling prosperous in all that we do. And then showing up to share the magic where we can, right? And making sure we don't bleed on everyone, right? Making sure we don't bleed on everyone. That's a big ownership of conscious creation, is if you're going to bleed on yourself. Don't bleed on other people, right? So I love you guys. Much love and respect to everyone out there. Thank you for being here. Pisces. Let's go into the feelings. Let's go get that intuition on point, discernment on fleek, and let's enjoy the ride wherever it takes us, right? So I love you guys. Love you. Thank you for being here. If you want to reach out, foundersoflight@gmail.com. You can also go check out my website, foundersoflight.org. For energy sessions and for all the other goodness on there. I've got Andara pictures over there, things like that. Instagram. I'm not, well, yeah, go Instagram, go Team Corey. Thank you guys. Yeah. We're shifting, we're dancing, we're transitioning. All my links will be in the description box. If you need anything, you want to reach out, please do, guys. I'm here for support. Even if I'm going through my madness, I'm going through my stuff and I'm shifting. I'm still here for support, right? Still here to support you guys. So let's just keep the prayers alive. I'm actually going to end with a prayer. I think it's important. So if you guys want to drop into prayer with me, by no means do we work with dogmatic structures as we're praying. We're just kind of sending a nice heartfelt intention to the world, that we find our clarity and truth. So if you guys want to drop into prayer with me or just be open to receive, you can. So I just want to thank everyone here for being here today. I want to thank the Divine Mother and the Divine Father for being here, for gifting us the opportunity to feel safe within our body, to unravel at deeper levels, and to find the purity of our truth from deep within. So as we remember our excellence, as we remember our resilience, as we remember our beauty, and as we go through this process of shifting into what it is to be the divine light, to be the divine child, and to be the divine intelligence, I just want to say that gift yourself a moment to pause, to relax, to feel safe within the body, to remember the miracle, and to remember that waking up out of a coma is a big process. And we're all waking up. We're all waking up. Right, so let's get the eye boogers out, right? Let's get the dust off the eyes. Let's get out the Windex and do the cook, 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 cook. We're seeing things now, right? So let's go see. Let's go see. Let's go be. Let's go hear. And let's go share the magic with the world. Okay, guys? So I love you. I honor you. I bless you. I thank you. And with that, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you tomorrow.